I wanted to go ahead and film my favorites for the last couple of months. I've actually kind of been lax on filming those. I missed August and September, so we're going to call this Augtember favorite. The first thing that I've been using a lot lately is the Essie base coat. They actually have several different ones. This is the Grow Stronger base coat, and I just really like it. I find that sometimes base coats can be like really slow drying, and so then when you go to put your nail polish on and then your top coat, it just feels like it never dries. The next thing is kind of fingernail polish related too, and they are these little cotton pads. The brand is Studio 35, and while I don't necessarily use them for, you know, like doing my clarifying lotion or whatever, I do use them to take off nail polish, and I find that they're very sturdy. I can do like a whole hand with just one pad. Now of course glitter polishes tear them up, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast. So these I find at Walgreens or CVS. And another sort of drugstore-ish product is this new brush that I got from Real Techniques. I have a lot of Real Techniques brushes and I love them. I think they're all amazing, and it really goes to show you that you don't have to spend a ton of money on makeup brushes because these are all actually very reasonably priced. This is a kind of full, you know, powder brush for the whole face. I think it was like $8 or something, and I love it. It's awesome. So soft. And it just applies the powder so nice and lightly. If you haven't tried Real Techniques, they have sets of brushes at Ulta all the time, and this was just a single that I purchased. Really great prices for a great product. Speaking of great prices, I picked this up at Brookshire's when I was visiting my folks, and it's the e.l.f. Nourishing Cuticle Pen. It's basically just a little chisel tip pen. And I try to do cuticle oil every single day. I have an Essie one that I use a lot. I mentioned it in a previous video. Really love it. I think it's a great product, but sometimes I'll forget to put it on. So I keep this in my purse, and sometimes when I get to school, I'll like look down at my hands. I'm like, oh my heavens, these look terrible. So I'll just kind of whip this out and quickly add a little bit of moisturization to the cuticles, and this just saves the day every time. I've been using it for several months now, and I haven't noticed it running out yet. And I believe this was $1 when I got it at Brookshire's. So e.l.f. products are always for me a hit or miss. Like they either are really awesome or they completely bomb. And for me, this is one that is a really great product. So another line that kind of has some hit or miss products for me is Jordana. These are sold at Walgreens. Recently they kind of did a revamp of their line, and they have a lot of new products. And I saw these, which are the Jordana Twist and Shine Moisturizing Lip Balms, and they're going to look very similar to like the Revlon ones. The good thing about these is, well, there's several good things. First of all, great application, great staying power. I mean, I don't think they're like an all-day wear kind of thing because they're not matte. They do have that shine or gloss to them, but they just go so smoothly on. I really like that they, of course, roll up so you don't have to sharpen them or anything. There's about eight colors, I believe, and they have a pretty good range of colors, and they're only $3, which is the greatest point about them because the Revlon ones are like $7 maybe. The Clinique ones, of course, are going to be like probably $15 range, but these are only $3, so you could buy like all of them. I'll swatch these colors for you. This bottom one is Nude Chic, the middle one is Cranberry Crush, and this top one is called Terra Crave, and I actually have that on today with another lipstick kind of layered on top of it. But I just kind of put them in my purse, keep them throughout the day, and they're just a really great way to add a little lip color that you don't have to necessarily like look in a mirror and put on because it's just kind of a quick application. So one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch is 11th Gorgeous. And one thing they talk about a lot are the CoverGirl Smoochies lipsticks. When I first saw these in the store, I hadn't heard anyone talk about them yet, and I just thought they were chapsticks. Like, I didn't think they really had any color. Hearing the 11th Gorgeous girls talk about them made me want to try them a little bit more, so I went and grabbed 2 colors because they were having a like buy one get one half off sale or whatever. They're usually about $5, $5.50 a piece at Walgreens or CVS. They sell them at Ulta as well. And they have a ton of colors. I don't even know how many colors. And this one is hashtag text me. It's kind of a pinky red color. And this one is hashtag true love, which is just a completely nude color. Both of these I think are really awesome. They are a lip balm, so they do have some moisturization properties to them, but they do have a little bit of color. Some, of course, more extreme than others. But of course, on certain days you want a little bit of color, and other days maybe not so much. I love the packaging on these. I just think they're really awesome. They fit my lip shape perfectly. They have a little bit of a smell, like this one smells like cherries, but not super heavy. I really would recommend these. I think they're a good product, and if you have like a teenager or maybe like a tween, a girl that's kind of coming up and starting to wear makeup, this is a really good product because they're super cheap. They're really cute and colorful, and I just think that they would give them, make them feel like they're wearing a little bit of makeup without it being over the top colors. So this would be a great little stocking stuffer. I know Christmas is a couple of months away still, but these are just really awesome products, and I really like them. I hope to get some more in the coming months, like I need more lip products. Speaking of things I don't need more of, eyeshadow. A couple of months ago, Jay, Mr. Daily Glamour, wanted to buy me a gift, and I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm horrible when people say that, like, what would you like for your birthday? And I'm like, blank stare. I have no idea. So a couple of days after he asked me that, Haute Look was having a sale on Tarte cosmetics. I had my eye on a palette that I'd seen that morning before I left for work. And when I got home, I looked, and of course, it was sold out. And I was like, dang it. That's what I was going to ask him to get me. So I told him about it. He was like, well, maybe you could find it on Amazon or something. So I couldn't find that exact one on Amazon, but I did find another one, which is this cute little palette here. It's called the Tarte 10 palette, and it's this really pretty kind of metallic purple with these awesome gold studs on it. I really feel like it should be a clutch. Wouldn't that be the cutest clutch ever? But it comes with, of course, as the name says, 10 eyeshadows on the inside. And there are some matte shades and some shimmer shades. I definitely like some colors better than others. One color that I at first didn't even really pay attention to, but now I have been absolutely obsessed with wearing, is this right here. It's kind of a matte roast coffee color is the best way I can describe it. And I love this one here too, which is a matte creamy shade. And my kind of go-to look the last month has been putting that roast coffee color in the crease with my fluffy blending brush, and then using the cream color as a highlighter and on my lid. It's really pretty, and it's just like the perfect color because I have lighter brown eyes, and so it really brings out those kind of orangey tones in my eyes. I just love it, and it's so creamy, and it just goes on perfectly. There's never any fallout. It's the best freaking color. I love it. So I really like this palette. I don't think they sell it anymore on Tarte. That's why I found it on Amazon. So definitely check that out, or check some Tarte cosmetics out if you haven't. I think they have some really fun stuff. My next favorite is a hair product. It is my Turby Twist. I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but I found mine at CVS, I think, just randomly on an end cap. I have now purchased a second one so that I can kind of rotate them out when I'm washing, and I don't know how I did it without them before. They're just the greatest things. If you don't know what these are, it is a hair towel that you basically, you flip your hair over, you put your, so this would be like the back of your neck here, and your head goes in here, and then your hair kind of lays down into this, and then you twist it, wrap it on the top of your head, and put it through this little elastic loop. So it's essentially like making a towel around your head, but oh my gosh, it's so much better. Number one, because you're not dirtying a whole towel. This is tiny, easy to wash. And number two, it dries it a lot faster. It has this kind of microfiber material that really soaks up the moisture. So when I'm getting ready, putting on my makeup, I just leave this on, and then when I take it down, my hair is wet, but it's not like soaking wet. And third, it stays on your head. So as opposed to like a towel that can sometimes be really bulky, if you bent over to pick something up, the towel just falls off of your head. This doesn't go anywhere. I don't have really long hair, so I don't know how this would work with like uber long hair, but I do have very thick hair, and so I was kind of skeptical. I thought, well, I don't know if this is going to fit my giant head with all this hair I have, but it really works great. And they're about $7, I think, at CVS is where I've seen them. They have all different kinds, little patterned ones and solid ones. I even saw some at Bed Bath & Beyond that were animal print. So definitely a great little gift for someone, or a gift for yourself. The last favorite I have before I talk about my song is that I have recently gotten, in the last couple of months, a new camera. You may have noticed. Before I was filming on an ancient camera. It was really friggin' annoying. So I just decided that I needed a better camera, and I went ahead and just splurged and bought one. I did a little bit of research and kind of trying to figure out the best one that I could find for what I was going to use it for, as well as like a good price. I wasn't willing to pay $500 for one. So I bought the Sony HDR CX220. It's just a really small little camera that of course has a flip out viewfinder that I can flip around so I can see myself, which is really nice to make sure I'm in focus. I bought I think a 16 gig memory card for it, which has been awesome. I haven't really needed any more than that because I always make sure to download as soon as I film. It has beautiful color, a really great zoom, and the thing for me that was a selling point was that I read a lot of reviews on the autofocus, and it autofocuses very quickly in and out, and I noticed on a lot of videos that sometimes that's very slow, and so I really appreciate that about this camera. When I go in close to something like this, you know, it zooms in pretty quick. So I'm loving this camera. It's absolutely wonderful. It holds a charge for a long time. I just can't sing enough praises about it. So I will put a link below to Amazon where I purchased it from. If you are looking for a camera and in the need for one, I think this is just a great option. So the last thing is the song, and I always kind of have Mr. Daily Glamour to thank for these little songs that I put in here because he is kind of my music aficionado. I've always loved music, but I've never been the go out and find brand new stuff all the time kind of girl. I tend to listen to like the same things a lot, but he introduces me to new things, which is why I love him. And so he actually introduced me to a band called the Thermals, and this is one of my favorite songs by them called You Will Find Me. So I'll go ahead and take us out on that, and I will try to get back on top of doing favorites at the beginning of every month. I hope you guys enjoy these, and leave me some comments below telling me what favorites you've had. Give this video a thumbs up. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Pinterest, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
I run in the darkest of tunnels and climb to the highest degree.
As I can.
I was torn in the forest and drowned in the sea. I'm stuck in the cold and the blue. I keep looking over my shoulder for you. For you.